Hi guys, it's me, Fatima. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about relationships and breakups and stuff like that. My friend Linda had requested me because she wanted to see my aspect of a breakup and the way I go about having a breakup and whatnot. Um, okay, so I had gotten out of a relationship with somebody that was really, emotionally abusive. He was very, telling me I wasn't good enough, telling me I was too big, telling me that I needed to do something with my life because like, I was going nowhere, he was basically saying. And it was not the case, it wasn't true. The things he was saying was not true. He was just saying that because he wasn't happy with himself, so he wanted to make everyone else around him feel like shit. And at the time, I thought that he loved me essentially, and that he was telling me those things because he wanted me to better my life. And when me and him broke up, I took it very hard because he gave me no explanation why we had been together for a year and like a few months, like a year and 3 months, I believe. And he had given me no explanation why we broke up. He just broke up with me all of a sudden, and I was confused, I was hurt, I was upset, I was sad because I did a lot of things for him. And, you know, I promised myself that I wasn't gonna, fall in love. Let me backtrack a little before I start explaining the way I think, because, you have to understand my history with men. Um, I grew up in a broken home, and my family, we have always been very close, but my mom and dad have been off and on for many years. And a lot of men and trust issues, was a big thing for me. So I promised myself I wasn't going to become a woman who needed a man. I wasn't going to become a woman who essentially wanted to be with somebody and make them everything, and I promised myself I was going to be that girl. And for the longest time, I guarded myself, I wouldn't bring any guys around my family, or my friends, because I felt like those things are consistent things in my life. So I didn't want to bring, people around my everythings, which were my family and my friends. And, I told them whenever, well, my friends met a few guys, those kind of guys, those fun guys. But, no, but like I'm saying, like, a real, like, relationship aspect kind of guy. So then after I broke up with this guy, I had been really, like, I had hooked up and dated this one guy for, like, the longest time, for, like, 4 years. And me and him had been a constant off and on kind of thing. Like, we wouldn't date, but we would just like hook up and do stuff, and he had always been there for me. He was constant with me, he was very sweet with me, he was always showing me support in whatever I did, when anything, all my like likes and dislikes, he always, like, he would like try to get to know me in that aspect, so he would start learning about them. So that was gross. So I started dating this guy, and I know he watches me, so I don't want to say like something to offend him or hurt him. So, like, I'm gonna say it in a way that I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and be honest with myself, and be honest with him. I wasn't over the person that I had broken up with when I got into this relationship with him. So I was still on I was on a rebound, you know? And I was wanting to forget about my ex, and I was wanting to not want him. So in my mind, being with somebody else, like, almost on a daily basis, would help me get over the person I was with. And that's what I did. I rushed into this. Well, like, at first, it was just kind of weird. It was kind of like me and him. I told him, like, I didn't want guys hitting on me anymore. Because that was happening. Guys were hitting on me when they found out that me and the other guy weren't together. So, guys were hitting on me. And they were, I told him, like, I don't want guys hitting on me anymore. And he's like, okay, we're in a relationship then. And, like, I thought it was just going to be, like, a Facebook relationship. But no, it was, like, a full-blown relationship. And at the time, I was like, okay, is this gonna work? Because, me and him have known each other for a long time, so we know each other. He's not a stranger. He's not just a guy that I'm gonna meet and not be with. And, I don't know, like, I just don't want to hurt him when I'm talking right now. That's what I'm afraid of. But, me and him just started dating and stuff, and honestly, like, I wanted to be happy, but I wasn't. If that makes any sense. Like, I wanted to believe I was happy. Like, I would I was lying to myself, essentially. I was lying to myself, and I was tricking myself into believing I was happy. And everyone around us thought we were happy and that we were in a good relationship. But at the time, I was just not happy. I was dreading to see him. I would dread to, like, be with him. Because it wasn't happiness for me. It was something that, like, I made myself believe I wanted. And it's not on his part. It was me. It was me as a person. Because he's an amazing man. He's the type of man that every woman wants. He's very considerate. He's nice. He's caring. He's very sweet, But he wasn't somebody I wanted to be with. And at the time, I thought I did because I wanted to get over the previous boyfriend. So me and this guy dated for a few months, and I just got to a point where I was just unhappy. I just didn't want to see him anymore. I couldn't, like, being around him, like, I just couldn't have it. Like, I wasn't happy. Like, when he was around me, I was annoyed. I was pissed. I was just, like, I was bringing myself down. And I came to the realization, I'm just leading this guy on. I don't want to be with him. I don't want it to make it sound like this guy was madly in love with me, but he was, like, telling people in my family that he was in love with me already and stuff like that. And I did have love for him. Like, I had love for him as a friend. And I came to that point where I realized I didn't want nothing to do with him. I didn't want him in a relationship aspect. I wanted him as a friend. And we were that for so long. I just believe that's where we should have stayed. And, like, we were such good friends. And, like, now we hardly ever talk. And it kind of sucks. But, these are lessons learned. If you don't want to be with somebody, don't make yourself be with them just because they're a good person. And that's what I realized. And, I ended up hurting him, I hurt him because I realized this, and I didn't want to keep on living this lie and keep on lying to myself. And I just wanted to be honest with him, and it hurt him, and I am sorry. I am sorry. I know you watch this, and I'm so sorry that I hurt you. But, when you're with somebody, the way I see it is, if you're with somebody, you need to be honest with them, regardless if it's good or bad, regardless, if it's, gonna hurt them or not. Because when you're honest with somebody, at least you are being true to yourself. And that's how we broke up. I was honest with him, and he understood where I was coming from. But the thing is, he was hurt because his feelings were more intense than mine, And I think that's what hurt him. And I try to be friends with him, but it just didn't happen. He didn't want to be my friend. Which kind of sucks because, we were friends beforehand. So, us not being friends now, it kind of, leaves us in that, in a realm where we don't talk at all. And, honestly, I want him to be happy. If it's not with me, then let it be with somebody else. I honestly, like, with any of my exes, even the asshole broke up with me. Like, if he's happy with somebody else, let him be happy. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, I just want to be happy in my life. I want to be happy in my life. I want to find somebody that I'm excited to see every day. I'm excited when I see him, when he walks by. Like, I'm just breathless. Like, I'm madly in love with them. And, like, I wasn't like that with the person I was with. And, like, that's why we broke up. So, yeah. And my take on it is, I like to do it in a mature manner. Like, I don't like to do it over the phone. I don't like to do it over a text. I like to do it in person, but sometimes those factors don't happen. But, like, the thing is, like, I don't understand in some relationships is that, like, what he was doing, why it kind of pushed me over the edge, is instead of communicating with me, he was posting things online. Like, letting everything out, telling everybody our business, and it just makes me upset because it's like, you don't do that, you know? And I have a friend, a very good friend. Everybody thinks, you know, there's more, but me and him are just friends, and he would buy me stuff, and, like, my ex would start buying me stuff as well, and he would start telling me, oh, there's more to come, just wait, you know, there's more to come. But I'm like, dude, that's not what I want. Like, I don't know. It just became, you know, a point where I was losing myself as a person because I was lying to myself. And where I want to take this is, in any relationship, you need to be honest with yourself and the person you're with. Don't waste your time if you are not wanting to actually be with this person, because you're only wasting this person's time and heart, you know. So just be kind to each other, you know. And, like, in any breakup, you have to be respectful of each other, you know, because you guys were once together and you guys once had something. So respect that, and don't talk badly about each other, or don't hurt each other. And that's where I would take it. Like, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to do anything to harm him. I don't, you know, I just want him to be happy. And if he's happy, you know, that's good. Because I just want to be happy. And then, what else? Oh, my friend asked me to post what I want in a relationship, and where I see myself in a relationship, and what kind of person I want to be in a relationship with. I think that was the question. Let me see. What kind of, who do you see yourself with? Who do you see yourself with? What kind of relationship would you like? And talk about your dream guy. Okay, so, me and Linda had this conversation on Facebook before. There is no perfect man. You can have ideals of the man you want, but in reality, you know, your perfect man won't probably be the man you want to be with. I've had that happen with douchebag, you know. That's what we'll call him. But like, for example, I want somebody that can be my friend, somebody that will make me laugh, somebody that will enjoy being around my family, because my family is a big thing. Oh yeah. And also why my ex, the one that I broke up with, the reason why he was hurt is because, like I said, I don't ever bring boys around my family, ever. Unless I told my mom, the boy I bring to you will be the boy I'm gonna marry. And I brought him around my family because, honestly, I felt comfortable with him. I felt at ease with him because I've known him for so long, you know? So I brought him around my family. So he thought he was the deal. Like, he thought we were gonna get engaged. He was, like, talking about marriage and stuff. And, like, honestly, I was like, whoa, we just got together. Like, you know, like, don't get me wrong. In some relationships, like, okay, the guy I was with prior, we talked about the second week we were together, you know, and it's just, it happens. But with this guy, I was trying to take it slow, and, you know, I guess that's what happens, you know, when you use somebody, like, when you use a rebound. But anyways, I'm going off track. But I want somebody that's going to be my friend, somebody that can make me laugh, and somebody, honestly, that can bring me around my family, and it just feel right. Like, it feel like it's supposed to, like, he's supposed to be with me, you know? Like, I want somebody that I least expect, you know? Like, I love me a little country boy. But, you know, I want somebody that I can actually be myself with. I'm not saying with my little country boys I'm not myself, but like, I want somebody I can play video games with and go fishing with at the same time. And somebody that I can, like, you know, just do makeup with and have fun with, you know? And like, my ex, the one that I just broke up with, like, he would let me put makeup on him. But, like, he was cool, but like, the thing is, like, I wasn't happy. And I honestly just want to be happy, and yeah, so that's all I want to say. But as of right now, I just feel like I need to focus on myself, on my education. I need to focus on me as a person before I let others love me, before I allow myself to love others, because right now I do love myself, but I don't love myself entirely. I'm not fully happy with myself, so I want to learn to accept myself more and love myself more before I let others love me. So we'll end it on that, but thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.